After the union of the crowns in 1603, when James VI of Scotland inherited the English throne, the first Union flag was in 1606, which had the red cross of St. George on a white field and the white saltire of St. Andrews on a blue field. And the Act of Union in 1707 and the Act of Union with Ireland in 1808. This gives us, in 1606, it gives us the existing flag becomes the official flag of the new kingdom in 1707. And the flag was modified in 1801 to include the red saltire of St. Patrick, a diagonal cross on the white. And that gives us the Union flag that we now know. And I mean, it's still not an ideal demonstration of the union of the various countries in Britain, because it doesn't seem to have a great deal to say about Wales. However, all that said, this morning, the story yesterday, and someone in the comment section asked me if I knew of Bilton School. I do. It's one of the schools around Rugby that I don't think I've talked in. I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But this small and revealing story about the school touches on the heart of what we mean by diversity and inclusion and how we understand this Union flag, called the Union Jack, at sea. It's the story of the 12-year-old girl, Courtney White, who wore a dress modelled on the Union flag in the style of Jerry Halliwell's iconic Spice Girls outfit to a cultural celebration day at Bilton School in Rugby. So to set the scene, the school invited students to wear traditional, culturally significant clothing to celebrate the rich diversity of its community. And she chose the Union flag, the Union Jack, a powerful symbol of the nation and arguably its pop cultural history too. Britpop, girl power, Spice Girls, the 90s, a self-aware, colourful, cheeky slice of British identity. But rather than celebrate her choice, the school singled her out in front of her peers, made her sit in a side room, and ultimately sent her home. And the motive? She'd prepared a speech. She wanted to talk about drinking tea, the royal family, fish and chips, Shakespeare. She wasn't mocking anyone else's tradition. She wasn't even being provocative. She was simply being proud. And here's the irony. An event meant to celebrate all cultures and build as an opportunity to express her own heritage shut down a child for expressing her culture. This isn't inclusion. This isn't respect. This is policing culture under the guise of protecting it. And what did the school do wrong? Well, firstly, they forgot that Britishness is a culture. It's not monolithic. It's not unworthy of mention just because it's the majority in England and Ireland and Scotland and Wales. It's a culture day that's not meant only for minority cultures. It's for all cultures. Secondly, they humiliated a child, a 12-year-old. They made her sit apart. They publicly marked her out. That's educational malpractice, and teachers are in loco parentis. They're supposed to nurture curiosity, encourage self-expression, and defend children from bullying, not to model that. And thirdly, they politicised a dress that was, if anything, a playful cultural nod. Courtney Wright didn't storm the classroom with nationalist slogans. She didn't wave a flag shouting insults. She wore a sparkly dress in a school setting. And the school saw controversy where there was none. So talking about the dress itself, it wasn't some parliamentary uniform. It was Jerry Halliwell at the 1997 Brit Awards, a symbol of pop feminism, girl power, cheeky commercial, but undoubtedly and undeniably a cultural icon. And it belongs to the canon of modern British culture just as much as Morris dancing, cream teas, or the King's Speech. To claim that it's not appropriate for celebrating national heritage is simply to misunderstand what culture actually is. And the instance is part of a broader problem. Too often diversity is a code for everyone except the majority, everyone except me. In British, let's do something different. Let's do diversity. Let's be other people. It's patronizing, isn't it? It's lazy and harmful. True diversity recognizes every culture and celebrates individuality and personality. And it includes St. George's flags, Union Jacks, Welsh Dragons, Scottish Tartans, alongside saris, burqas, and Nigerian prints. It sees culture not as a contest of grievance or exclusion, but as a conversation between traditions. And when a school bans a Union Jack dress on Cultural Day, but allows other national dresses, it says your heritage is too dominant to be celebrated. Sit down, be quiet, actually go home. It's the opposite of inclusivity. And the real tragedy, Courtney has now refused to wear the dress again, even after the school has apologized. She feels uncomfortable, and they managed to make her ashamed of her own culture, a 12-year-old girl. So what sentence should we impose on the adults who did this? Not prison, not dismissal. Well, it's not as if they've cut down a sycamore tree, is it? But they must be made to learn. Mandatory training about what culture actually means. Real inclusive work that insists all children should feel proud of who they are. They should have to sit and listen to her speech. They should apologize publicly, not privately, because this isn't about one child. It's about every child watching how we treat her. And in the end, diversity must mean everyone. Not some, not others, everyone. Britishness is not disqualified from Cultural Day. Courtney Wright deserved better. Our children deserve better. And we should make sure that they get it. I could not be more appalled at what's going on in the town where I live. I couldn't be more appalled.